Mr. Gatto, can I ask you some tough questions?
I would expect that, yes.
This is one of these deals, in my judgment. I'm going to support your bill, okay, at the end of the day, because I think it's a good compromise, but I think it raises real challenges. We went out and we want to do solar. Well, the energy payback time for solar is 8 years. So it's only 8 years in a day that it actually becomes renewable because you're using energy. It's no different than a battery. We talk about electric cars, but then we have huge consequences with batteries and stuff in landfills and all the other problems. Here we're in a situation, it seems to me, that we have this whole urban heat island problem that occurs, that are consequences of this stuff. We have water savings that are supposed to be offset, but then this stuff runs off in the storm waters if it's not, you talked about permeability, but that's the case. How much water does it take to make this grass in the beginning, and what is the consequence of that? How much water is consumed in the manufacturing process, and how much of the material is made from recycling stuff? How much GHG is created by doing this? This is one of these feel-good things. There's a whole industry around it. It all looks good because you could be in the neighborhood and say, I got the new plastic stuff. But at the end of the day, what are you really doing?
Yeah, no, so that's a very good question, and I've raised very similar issues with other bills like this that go through the legislative process, because I think often around here we are not mindful of the cradle-to-grave analysis of any product that we put in place. With respect to this type of artificial turf, the heat island, I mean, it would be one of the ironies of life if the legislature passed a bill like this to comport with the governor's executive order of removing 50 million acres of lawns around the state. And then next year, the drought conditions were lifted, and we had run around like chickens with our heads cut off, too little, too late. And
we increased GHGs
right. And vast cost. I mean, it would be the,
right.
We let the Capitol lawn run gray or brown, and then the irony would be to expend lots of state resources to then get it back up to a green lawn. With this, though, it's been explained to me that the technology of these products is such that a lot of them have permeability that is comparable to grass. So it does eliminate that concern when it comes to the water just becoming a source of runoff. The heat island problem, that is something that the firms are working to develop some kind of response to. Some of it has to do with the color and the dyes they put in these products. And but the point that I will use is, people do focus on artificial grass, synthetic turf as this bill, but it also does apply to traditional drought-tolerant plants. So there's a whole lot of people out there who want to replace their grass with native plants, and I did it myself. I mean, just for what it's worth, so that I do practice what I preach. I mean, at my house in Los Angeles, we took out our lawn and we put in a cactus garden, and it's very ornamental, and it looks terrific. And we didn't do it for an incentive; we just did it because it's the right thing to do. But this bill does cover those instances as well. We think that the artificial turf is a small component of the bill. It does happen to be one of the things that people focus on because it's in the news right now. But it was not our intent in doing this bill to just grab a headline and get out of there. I do think in the long term, Californians would be best served by installing more native plants and plants that are comparable from a climate like Australia that's comparable to California, some Mediterranean plants, things like that require less water in the long term and look good with our housing stock. Grass at some point will become passé at everything except for golf courses, in my humble opinion.
Some of us believe golf courses are passé. Bill.
I think the emphasis should be on native plants. In my house, we tore out our front lawn completely 4 years ago, got no government subsidies for it, and we did a native plant garden in the front yards with focused on flowering California native plants, and it's now 4 years in, and we use no water, basically, on the front yard. It is got plenty of butterflies, birds. It's wonderful. It's a joy compared to a lawn. And I think if designed properly, it will reduce the heat, which is kind of what happened in our house. So I think anything we can do to emphasize the native plants, the Native Plant Society. There's landscapers that specialize in native plants. designing it is important so that you do it properly to reduce the heat coming out of the garden. You can do that. It's real easy. And artificial, our choice was not to use that because we would, kind of for the same reason you said, we didn't want to use artificial materials. I think if the bill passes, I'm fine with it, with the artificial in there, but at the same time, Mr. Chairman, I think the overall emphasis on replacing lawns should be on planting native plants. And if we can somehow put that in the intention, I think that's kind of our goal.
Do that in the Natural Resources Committee. Thank you so much, Senator Morlock.
I want to state the philosophy. I think
our
philosophy has got to be stated.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And thank you, Senator Gatto. I really think we have to remove the ban on putting in these yards. So I wish I wish I had written this bill. Very good.
And sign on as a co-author.
Well, that's where I'm having some trouble. So let me ask two quick questions, maybe three. The first is, what about homeowners associations?
There's a separate bill by Ms. Gonzalez making its way through the legislature that affects HOAs on that specific topic. And I believe it's passed the Assembly. I don't know where it stands in the Senate.
And then where's the $300 million on page 3 of the bill, section 4? Where's that $300 million?
It's general fund.
Is it already approved? Is it in the budget?
It's not in the budget. The governor did issue an executive order to this effect. I would assume that he would want his executive order to have an effect. Therefore, I think it's safe to say that he would have some degree of support for this general fund appropriation.
So is it a trailer bill then?
No, this is an appropriations bill. It's a 2/3 vote because we do. I believe it's continuously appropriated.
Well, it's $100 million a year for 3 years. So I don't understand what the word continuously means.
That we're setting here in 2015 what's going to be spent in 2016, 2017, 2018. That's the continuous appropriation reference.
We'll go into
It's not a single year appropriations.
next year's budget then.
Correct. That's accurate. And
If you really want my vote, the third question would be, did you bring a sandwich and a Coke?
I know it's been a long reading.
We got a half an hour done.
So quickly, if I may, to just address.
You want to put in your close? Any other, no opposition, nothing else, no further anything? Okay, just why don't you close on this, Mr. Gatto?
Sure. Just to address what Mr. Bell said, I think it's and what you said, Mr. Chairman, I think those are very good points, and I think your council does improve the bill. There is a clause right now that allows locals to have standards, and they can set a different percentage. We did wrestle with these issues. There always is that homeowner, that proverbial homeowner, who cannot necessarily afford the native plants. They require water to establish. They're pretty costly. Yeah, I know, but so we did wrestle with this. We wanted to try to craft good policy. I do think, though, going forward, I agree. Maybe the thing to do is on the for the incentives, for the actual money, is to make those conditional on native plants, and I'm willing to do that as the bill goes through the process. I probably might have to do it to get through natural resources, and I think that's good counsel, and I'm more than happy to do that. So, thank you.
Very good, Silvio. Do we have a motion on this? We have a motion. No more questions. We're done. We got to get out of here. We give up the room in a half an hour. You move the bill. Then it's moved by. This is due pass to natural resources. You okay on that?
Yeah.
Do you want to ask that? You can ask a question. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We're looking for money in 2 special sessions, and I'm just wondering, where's the $300 million come from?
Well, it's just $100 million this year. There's already $27 million in the budget for this, so you can view this as it makes up the $73 million delta this year. That's all it will cost the state this year, but your comments are well taken.
So what if the governor says no, or what do we do?
Veto the bill.
Appropriations, yeah, he could veto it. I mean, appropriations might have a say on the size of it as well.
Appropriations have a say. He'll veto the bill. He's got a bunch of money extra in the budget just the last month. He might make whole water is a big issue for him in terms of priority and drought reduction. This is something that's part of his executive orders, and so he might make that decision. If he does, then
yeah. We're trying to negotiate it as we get through the process.
Okay. Do you have a motion on this? Senator Bell, so moved. Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg?
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn? Wynn, aye. Bell? Bell, aye. Hernandez? Laura? Morlock? Pavley? 3-0.
3-0. Hold it open, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go a little bit out of order here. I'm going to take Burke and then Holden, and then I saw Allen come in, even though you were, I followed her because she's been here the longest, and I feel bad. File item 24, AB 1393, Assembly Member Burke.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Senators. The California Capital Access Program provides loans to qualifying small businesses that may not otherwise be able to obtain a loan. In addition to their support for small business, their financing has been critical for several of our clean air and energy efficient programs. They've worked with the Air Resources Board to help businesses invest in newer, cleaner trucks, and this month they'll be providing finance for electric vehicle charging stations. AB 1393 will build on the success of the CalCap program and allow the program to provide loans and credit enhancements to individual customers. If we're going to meet our carbon emission goals, we'll need to broaden our outreach and support. Think of it this way. I have residents in my district that live on the west side that have no problem buying a Tesla. But for just about everyone else, access to a hybrid or electric vehicle are out of reach without meaningful incentives and financing. By expanding CalCap, the program funded by our cap and trade resources can reach communities and consumers that may never have been able to reduce their carbon footprint or energy without a little help. With AB 1393, we'll be able to partner with financial institutions to invest in cleaner, smarter communities for all. I respectfully request your aye vote.
Thank you so much. Support.
Good afternoon, Chair and members. My name is Nick Colino. I'm from the State Treasurer's Office. State Treasurer John Chung respectfully requests your support for AB 1393. He's the sponsor of the bill. AB 1393 allows the California Pollution Control Financing Authority to build on the successes of the California Capital Access Program by offering our services or their services to individuals as well as businesses. This means that we can provide capital support for needy Californians, from farmers who need wells for drought relief to low-income residents who might want more efficient cars. We thank you for your consideration in this matter, and the Treasurer requests your support, as I mentioned, and Janie Davis of the California Pollution Control Financing Authority has made herself available for any technical questions you may have.
Thank you. Okay. Any others in support? Any opposition? You know, I got a copy, staff gave me a copy of the May 2015 report by your authority to the state legislature, and it's pretty amazing. If you look by sectors, by the North American Industry Classification System sector, it's quite amazing. 104, these are dollars loaned, people enrolled, the amount of money that was loaned, you know, whether it's food service, arts and recreations, healthcare, education services, administrative, waste management, finance, real estate, retail trade. It's really quite stunning in terms of how effective you guys have been. I just hope, the only thing I want to share with you is that, you know, obviously if you've gotten this many loans on the street, it's pretty impressive. I just hope, I always like to look at what's it like for the interface between the person who's a small business person who's trying to get a loan and having to deal with government. How difficult are the forms to fill out? How complicated it is this? How much paperwork you got to fill out? Often, you know, you got to require a bevy of consultants and lawyers and everybody and accountants to fill all this stuff out. And you don't want that. You want to be simple. So obviously, at some point, you're doing something right. So I give you a lot of credit for that, and it makes a lot of sense. Anything for the members? Some more?
How often does it come out?
This one's dated May 2015. It's the 2014 annual report to the governor and the state legislature by the authority. Capital access program that I just...
Probably annually then.
Oh, I assume it's annually. I just wanted to read it to see how...
It's an opportunity to see how the program's working then.
Mm-hmm.
It's working extremely well. I mean, it's amazing what you've been able to do. I just wanted to see the reality and see how many loans you put on the street.
The question would be, do you need a sunset clause? But if we've got this kind of reporting, probably not.
Yeah, it's very detailed. You want a copy of it? Give it to you.
No, I've
already read it.
Plenty today, thanks.
Here, give it to him. You got to take it, read it. You get a report in the morning.
Does it have numbers?
Yes, a lot of numbers. Okay, anything further? Senator Burke?
I respectfully does anyone else have a question?
Nope.
No,
I don't think so.
respectfully
I vote. Got a motion? Moved by Senator Bell. Secretary, call the roll. Oh, the motion is Burke, due pass to appropriations. Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg.
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn. Wynn, aye. Bell. Bell, aye. Hernandez. Lara. Morlock. Morlock, aye. Pavley. 4-0.
4-0, hold it open for absent members. Thank you so very much. Excellent job. File item number 23, AB 1378. The Majority Leader Holden, file item 23. And then we'll go to Mr. Allen, my friend.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee members. I'd like to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to present Assembly Bill 1378. This measure recognizes the evolving nature of marital relations and living patterns of Californians by expanding eligibility for Proposition 6090 transfer. Base value transfer of property taxes are one of the few areas of law not amended to bring the rights and responsibilities of civil unions into line with marriages. AB 1378 recognizes that couples are moving more in retirement even as housing prices continue to skyrocket. This measure expands existing law to provide one base value transfer per person in any state recognized long-term relationship. This simple measure will help California seniors on a fixed income handle the growing cost of housing and do so at a minimal cost to the state. This measure has no known opposition, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Others in support?
Mr. Chairman, just briefly, David Wolf with the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. We're in support of the bill. Either HJTA or our coalition partners have brought this bill forward numerous times, and certainly hope it passes this year. The broad coalition, a lot of the individuals took off already, includes the Assessors Association, the Realtors, and Caltax. Good group. So for those reasons, ask for an aye vote.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Others in support? Any opposition? Hearing none. Any questions from the members? Got a motion on this measure? Do pass to appropriations? Secretary Bell? Senator Bell, do pass to appropriations. Anything further?
Ask for your aye vote.
Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg.
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn. Aye. Wynn, aye. Bell. Bell, aye. Hernandez. Laura. Morlock. Morlock, aye. Pavley. 4-0.
4-0. We'll keep it open for the absent members. Thank you very much, Mr. Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. File item number 13, AB 679, Assembly Member Allen. File item number 13.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and committee members. I'm here today to present AB 679. It's a very simple bill. It was brought to me by a constituent who highlighted the problem they encountered when trying to submit documents regarding a property that he was transferring and officially recording with accounting. In the constituent's case, one page containing necessary information outlining the specifics of the property was left out of the document to be recorded. Once the error was realized, it was too late, and my constituent's only course of remedy was to go through the courts to have this information officially recorded. As you can imagine, this was time-consuming and cost him about $5,000.
Bill's been moved by Senator Bell. This is a motion due pass to appropriations. You're in good shape.
Fantastic.
Any further support? Any opposition? Any questions from the members? We've got a motion. The bill's been moved. Due pass. I said due pass to appropriations. Anything further?
With that, I respectfully ask your vote.
Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg.
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn. Aye. Wynn, aye. Bell. Bell, aye. Hernandez. Laura. Morlock. Morlock, aye. Pavley. 4-0.
4-0. We'll hold it open for the absent members. Sir, thank you very much. Excellent presentation. Next, file item number, are we still on this file? Assembly Member Wilk, we're making you a senator right there, sir. He's a handsome fellow from the San Fernando Valley. He's my neck of the woods. He's my friend. Okay, are we on for 17? Are you?
Which one's file item?
17 is 882. Are you?
882.
882 has been pulled. That's right. It's been pulled. That's right.
Recommendation of the chair.
Thank you so kindly. File item number 19, AB 951. Is that correct?
Correct, sir.
Yes, file item 19.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair and members. AB 951 would require the Santa Clarita Valley Sanitation District to hold regular and special meetings within the boundaries of the district while making policy decisions related to total maximum daily load of pollutant levels. Currently, the Sanitation District holds their board meetings in Whittier, which is over 50 miles from the City Hall in Santa Clarita. And those of you who are Southern Californians know that we don't do things by miles but by time, which means it takes anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours to get down to a meeting. Naturally, this distance discourages public comment from the affected citizens and their ability to make informed decisions on their water rates.
Bill's been moved by Senator Bell.
Great.
Okay.
So just in closing, this is sound policy. It's going to provide greater transparency and accountability as this district deals with TMDLs, because there will be more in the future, being that there's almost 300 compounds on the Federal Clean Water Act. list. So with that, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, sir, very much. Any in support? Any opposition? Question? Senator Morlock.
Not Whittier, where?
If it's dealing with the TMDL, it has to be within the boundaries of the district, so in the greater Santa Clarita Valley.
Could be a hotel or there's.
Well, I'm most likely, when they've done it in the past, they've done it at the City Hall chambers. But the question is not compelling residents to drive 2 hours for a hearing.
No, it's an
it's reasonable
model. I haven't seen it before, so I just kind of.
In LA County, I think there's like 33 sanitation districts, and the majority of them actually meet in Whittier. Yeah. And again, most of the time it's pretty pro forma in terms of what they do, and so it's okay. But when you're dealing, so in this particular case, they're currently dealing with chloride, and they're going to be spending $130 million in capital costs and $4.5 million annually on operating costs, and on 265,000 residents. So it's a very expensive proposition. I think it's important that those kind of decisions are made locally where they get input from, real people.
Perfect. Was that your close?
That is my close.
Thank you. We have a motion due pass to appropriations by Senator Bell. Secretary, call the roll, please.
Hertzberg?
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn? Aye. Wynn, aye. Bell? Aye. Bell, aye. Hernandez? Yes. Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Morlock? Morlock, aye. Pavley. You have 5-0.
5-0. Hold it open for the absent member, sir. Thank you so kindly for your patience.
Chairman.
Thank you for pulling the other measure. Appreciate it very much. File item number 21, AB 119, my birthday, 11/19. File item number 21. Chairman Rendon.
Good afternoon, Senators. AB 1119 is about parity. Specifically, it's about parity between cities and counties. City and county entities, I apologize. AB 1119 gives counties the authority to challenge development projects that encroach on unincorporated county territory. This bill is in response to a recent legal case in LA County where a court held that a county does not qualify as a municipal corporation. The decision deprived the county of its right to challenge a project that encroached upon its territory and potentially displaced and disrupted county populations. AB 1119 provides counties with the same tools that cities have to challenge and engage with infrastructure developments in their own territory. This will not affect the LA City case that's around which this bill developed, or any further decisions related to that case. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Any in support? Opposition? No,
my name is William Winter. I'm with the Los Angeles County Department of Public Works, here to ask for your support on behalf of the County of Los Angeles Board of Supervisors.
It's a bizarre case. The county's not a corporation.
No, sir. It's an oversight in the law.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, any questions from the members? Bill's been moved by Senator Hernandez. Anything further, sir?
Ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. This is a motion to do pass to the floor. Okay? AB 1119, due pass to the floor, has been moved. Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg?
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn? Aye. Wynn, aye. Bell? Aye. Bell, aye. Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Morlock? Aye. Morlock, aye. Pavley. 5-0.
5-0. Hold it open for the absent members, sir. Thank you so kindly. Yeah, 3 county supervisors, exactly right. Okay, we need, they're both on their way. Okay. We got the consent calendar. We'll quickly roll through this.
We can do the consent calendar because I'm only missing one.
Who are you missing? Wynn?
Yeah.
Okay, consent calendar, file item number 6, where this is consent, but 6, 11, 16, and 20. Secretary, please open the roll.
Wynn? Aye. Wynn, aye. 7-0.
7-0, consent file is out. Okay? Okay, we got to wait for Senator Lara and Senator Pavley for a moment. Or do we have any that we could do with them already on here? They were here earlier. Oh, here comes Senator Lara. The man in gold. I couldn't spell LeMay. Okay, do we just have, who are we looking for? Lara, just Lara and Wynn. Okay, so we can do this one. Okay, this is file item number 1, due pass to appropriations. Motions by Senator Bell, chair voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Wynn? No. Wynn, no. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. That is 5-2.
5-2, that measure is out. Let's see what else we can look at. Nguyen and Hernandez.
Yeah.
Nguyen, Hernandez, and Morlock. Okay, next. File item number 2, due pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell, chair voting aye. Current vote is 4-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Nguyen? Aye. Nguyen, aye. Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Morlock?
Laying off. That measure is 6-0. That measure is out. File item, just 3. All you have is win, right?
Yeah.
File item number 3, due pass as amended to appropriations. Motion by Senator Pavley. Chair voting aye. Currently 5-1. Secretary, please open the roll.
Nguyen? Aye. Nguyen, aye.
Measure is out, 6-1. File item number, who are you waiting, missing here? You're missing, or just Laura and, oh, but you got Pavley, so let's skip this because Pavley's coming. Let's skip this one. Waiting for Pavley, skip this one, Pavley's in here. Skip this one, Pavley's in here. Okay, this is Morlock, Laura, and Harris. Okay, file item number 8, due pass as amended to appropriations. Motion by Senator Pavley, chair voting aye. Currently 3-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Nguyen? Nguyen, aye. Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Laura, aye. Morlock?
Morlock's down.
Okay, that's
6-0, measure is out. Okay. File item number 9, due pass as amended to appropriation. Motion by Senator Lara, chair voting aye. Currently 5-0. Secretary, please open the roll.
Nguyen? Aye. Nguyen.
I'm sorry, which one?
File item number 9.
No.
Nguyen, no. Morlock?
Morlock goes up.
That's 5-1.
5-1, measure is out. Next, file item number, got to pass her because Pavley's still here. Wait for Franny. Okay, file item number 12, due pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Laura. Hertzberg voting aye. It's currently 6-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Nguyen?
Lays off. Nguyen,
Nguyen, aye.
7-0. That motion is, no, I'm sorry. File number 12. 12.
Yeah, aye.
Okay. File number 12. Okay. Okay, you got to pass because it's got Pavley. Okay. Next, file item number 14. Due pass as amended to appropriations. Motion, who's the motion by? I don't know. But okay, chair voting aye, 6-0. Secretary, open the roll. File item number 14.
Nguyen? Aye. Nguyen, aye.
7-0. Measure is out. Next, file item. Got Pavley again. Waiting for Franny. Yeah. You're waiting for Franny. Waiting for Franny.
Yep.
Waiting for Franny.
Yep.
Waiting for Franny. Waiting for Franny. Waiting for
And that's
Franny.
it.
Okay, we got a bunch of them. We got to wait for Senator Pavley. She's on her way, right? Hopefully. Paging Senator Pavley. Paging Senator Pavley. Huh? No, you got a bunch with Senator Pavley. You need to record it on a bunch. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, of which you're on most. Okay, thanks.
Long morning.
Huh?
Long morning.
But we did this before 1:30. I was worried about having to move the committee room. 20 bills and only 15 minutes more than we did the last committee. It's a slow start. I know, it's okay. I know that. You get them going and then you move it. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Right? A member of the Burger Caucus. Yeah. Two.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. File item number 4. Absolutely. File item number 4, due pass as amended by, to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell. Current votes 4-0. Chair voting aye. No, you did not. File item number 4. Secretary, open the roll.
Wynn? Laura? Laura, I. Pavley?
Yes.
Pavley, I.
6-0, that measure is out. Next, file item number 5, due pass to environmental quality, motion by Senator Bell, currently 3-0. Chair voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Wynn? Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, I. Morlock? Pavley? Pavley, aye. 5-0.
5-1.
No. She just voted before you closed.
She what?
She just voted before you closed it. She voted no on that bill. So I don't know if you have to do a motion on that bill.
You have to do a no. We laid you off on that. I have to go through a whole bunch of really big to get you to a no. You okay just laying off because we haven't recorded and I closed the roll? You really want to record a no? Is that big of a deal? Because it's going to take a couple minutes of. Okay, good. Okay. This is 5-0. Measure passes. Next, file item number 7, due pass to the floor. Motion by Senator Morlock. Currently 3-0. Hertzberg voting aye. 3-0. And this is Chang's measure. Secretary, open the roll.
Wynn? Wynn, aye. Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Pavley? Pavley, aye. 7-0.
7-0, measure passes. File item number 10 by Assemblymember Gibson, due pass to the floor. The motion by Senator Bell only is an accommodation because he did not vote for it. He did it to put it up. It's currently 1-3. Chair is the only aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Pavley? Pavley, aye. So that's 4-3.
4-3. Is that out?
Yes.
That's out. File item number 10. File item number 11. By Travis Allen, due pass to appropriations, motion, by file number 13, I'm sorry. File number 13, I apologize. File number 13 by Travis Allen, due pass to appropriations, motion by Senator Bell, 4-0, chair voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Laura, aye. Pavley? Pavley, aye.
7-0, that measure is out. Next, file item number 15 by Assemblymember Chu, due pass as amended to the floor, motion by Senator Bell. Currently, it's 2-0, with chair voting aye and the vice chair not voting, Senator Bell voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Wynn? Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Morlock? Pavley? Pavley, no. That's 4-1.
4-1, is it out?
Yes.
That's out, 4-1. File item number 18. File number 18, Irwin, due pass to appropriations, motion by Senator Bell. Currently, the vote is 3-0. Chair voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Wynn? Hernandez? Aye. Wynn, aye. Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Pavley? Aye. Pavley, aye. 7-0.
7-0, that measure is out. Next, file item number 19 by Assemblymember Wilk, due pass to appropriations, motions by Senator Bell. Currently, it stands at 5-0. Chairman voting aye.
Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Pavley? Aye. Pavley, aye.
7-0, that measure is out. File item number 21 by Rendon, AB 1119, due pass to the floor, motion by Senator Hernandez. Currently, it's 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Pavley? Aye. Pavley, aye.
7-0, measure is out. Next, file item number 22 by Assemblymember Gatto, due pass, natural resources and water, a motion by Senator Bell, currently 3-0, and with some admonition by Senator Bell that this needs to, at your committee, Madam Chair, talk about drought-resistant plants more than plastic grass. Okay? Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Morlock? Pavley? Pavley, aye. 6-0.
6-0, that measure is out. Next, file item number 23 by Assemblymember Holden, due pass to appropriations, motion by Senator Bell. Currently, it stands at 4-0. Chairman voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Pavley? Pavley, aye.
7-0, that measures out. One more to talk about here. File item number 24 by Burke, due pass to appropriations, motion by Senator Bell. Currently 4-0. Chairman voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Pavley? Pavley, aye. 7-0.
7-0, that measure is out.
That's it. We're done. Okay. We're adjourned, and we did it.